repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business. Just look at the ticket. A traveling man. I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it. I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more of them dollars. Still on the grind, ahead of my time. My yesterdays are young and Giannis. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka. I bust out the haka. I bust out the ooh. When there's nothing to do. Never been capping, you know that it's true, 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 true. Haters are climbing your river like boo, 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 boo. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it, yeah.
Let me fix my cheek real quick. Baby, go. Yeah, yeah. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what?
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Tyler Huntley and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Goff. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He may go. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Goff now looking to throw. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, the Ravens make their way out on offense, and they're led by their 25-year-old quarterback, undrafted out of Utah, Tyler Huntley.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. That's going deep for Bateman. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, 44 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Goff now looks to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, When a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Huntley, he's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. There's Goff. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing again is Goff. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt.
Ready, set. Mike 46. I'm coming.
To throw from his end zone. Huntley, that's going deep for Bateman. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Tucker with the extra point, and it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. Gibbs straight ahead. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Here now a third down and 8. Goff now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Hundley looks to throw. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Huntley. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. Now, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. Let's overload.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every.
It got his man complete. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to win.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the... And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideliner. Flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 10, Goff.
St. Brown has it near the sideline.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. And off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now it's Goff.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 74 yards. And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. To throw is Goff. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain well behind.
Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman bringing him out.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular wins.
And he has showed up time and time again.
Here's Huntley. That's going deep for Bateman.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Huntley to throw. They're looking deep here for Flowers.
He's got it at the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
To throw, Huntley.
Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Tyler Huntley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens extend their lead yet again. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So here come the Lions now.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now a first down throw. Gone.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down up near the 40-yard line. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got it at the 15. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Again, Goff. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Adafe Owe. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check out the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see currently they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Check on the Patriots. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Gabe Davis, a touchdown reception.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open.
This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 72 yards. And the Ravens just continue to roll. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Now Goff on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman bringing him out. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Lions offense set to take over. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnover.
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
Huntley looks to throw again on 2nd and 10. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 45 yards. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Like 6.
Gone. Caught by Montgomery. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
He's got right on the short throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Being chased out left. That's going deep for Bateman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Huntley. That's going deep for Bateman. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here, Huntley. That's going deep for Bateman. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 53 yards. And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Tyus Bowser from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman bringing him out.
Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this 3rd quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Huntley.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Justin Madubuike
able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Goff now looking to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Goff.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Pulled in at the 24. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
69 yards.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Third and 2.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, check back.
Now gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Huntley.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Goff now looks to throw, and he finds Montgomery complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Goff.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
64 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Goff now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
That's going deep for Bateman. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10. Huntley looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Huntley. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman finding the end zone yet again. And the Ravens are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets into the 30. Here is 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, Huntley looking deep here for Flowers. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 33 yards. And the Ravens continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
Here's Goff now on second down. That's caught by Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
3rd and 9 here.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
On first down, it's Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Goff throwing again.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Goff. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On second down, here's Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
They certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Steps away to his left.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much won. I want to just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Baltimore, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
Yeah. All right, I got him. Instead, look, yeah. Full court press, so full blitz, we going all out. It don't matter any time of day, I came to ball out. We TCG, never duck a smoker, any call out. Better be ready to go to war until we fall out. 0 to 60 like Ludacris, we came to roll out. You know I gotta get my check, so please don't make me hold out. Bust down Cuban, a summer day, I make it cold out. They was hot then, now they cold now. Left wrist dripping, I got it froze now. Went from rags to riches, take the clothes now. My name heavy all across the globe now. We ain't playing HBCU, I strike up the band. Stomping on them like a cute dog or alpha man. In Miami, hard rock jumping like a rock band. You know me, I love my green and cheese like a package.